Okay. Hello, all. Let me, make this smaller. Over here real quickly. Open up that chat. Open a browser. Okay. Hope you all can hear me. Getting ready for the Final Fantasy VII Remake showcase at Tokyo Game Show. Let me just turn this down a little bit. There we go. Alright, you got vacuum cleaner in the back. Let me move that. I did want to eat, but I also wanted to make sure that I got this in time. Let's just do the whole Discord thing. Let's move. Oh my word. Why is it whenever I really want to actually do something and type quickly, it's never right? Oh shoot, hold on. Why is there an exclamation point? Oh my word. I have an easier way to do this. Let's open up Discord.
I can learn to understand you much better if I can get familiar with the way you talk.
I don't want that. Jesus. TV / classic crustaceo. Oh my god. Nothing wants to work right now.
続いてのコーナーはこちらです。ファイナルファンタジー7リメイク TGS 出展版先行プレイスペシャル。はい、引き続き MC を務めます声優の大坪由香です。よろしくお願いします。
Oh my god, go away, Discord.
はい、このコーナーはですね、スクエアエニックスさんから2020年3月3日に発売されるファイナルファンタジー7リメイクの TGS 私有版を使って作品の魅力に迫っていきます。それでは佐賀さんから自己紹介お願いします。
はい、週刊ファミ通編集部のロマンシング佐賀です。よろしくお願いします。
Everything is worse.
そして
はい、電撃プレイステーションの王将です。よろしくお願いします。
お願いします。いや、女性も着るんですね、この T シャツは。
そうなんですよ。しかも L サイズと XL しかないんですよ。
いいじゃないですか。
そうなんです
そうなんですどう思いますその2サイズ展開。
いやでも女性が着るねちょっと大きいサイズの T シャツいいですよね。
ちょっとねさっき流行りですから
There we
ね。
go.
現役の方はもうみんな野郎ばっかなんでもう大きいサイズで十分使ってます
M くらい用意してよ。はい。
はいよろしくお願いし
はいよろしくお願いし
ま
ます
す。さて今回プレイする私有版はどのような内容になっているんでしょうか。
はい。
はいこちら、初公開がE3 ですね、
はい
今年のアメリカで開催された E3 の方で公開された本当に本来のゲームの序盤、おそらく序盤の最初のボス戦を体験できる体験版で、今回だからあれですね TGS で公開された一般の方がプレイできる機会としては日本では
初めてです
になります。
ね。
だから会場にいらしていただければ初めて
Hey, what's up,
FF11
Alforgetta?
プレイできるというその体験版を
Is everything coming
ちょっと
through
一足先
good?
にこ
Can
の
you
配
hear
信
me?
でお届けしようかなという感じの内容に
ドキドキですね。
楽し
Just
みです
making the
楽
rounds
し
on
みですね。もう
Discord.
二人は FF シリーズが大好きという。
そうですね。セブンももちろん
セブンも
オリジナル版をプレイし
Center this. No.
て。
僕は
Don't you
1から
lag on
15まで
me.
全部
お
オンラインも含めて
Perfect.
やっていますんで、もう
すごい
超楽しみです。
まあ FF といえば俺だということでここにいらっしゃるわけですね。
いやいやいやいや
I know, right?
とはいえやっぱセブンリメ
I
イ
thought
ク
this was
っ
gonna be
て
at
かなり変
9,
わってるん
and it
で
was
すよ。
gonna
やっ
be
ぱり
terrible,
やっぱり
and I was gonna be tired at work
リメイ
tomorrow.
クっていうとそれ絵が綺麗になって
No, it's at 7.
だ
Well,
からだけ
Pacific
ど
Standard
他は
Time.
大体そのまんまみたいなリメイク作品って多いんですけど、エブンスリメイクって本当に今のゲームに合わせたいろんなもう内容がだから本当
You
に
understand Japanese? I sure
いい
don't.
ぐらいかなり変わ
I
っ
don't
てるんで、
understand Japanese
すごい
at
そういう意味では
all.
僕も佐賀さんも多分
そうですね。新鮮な気持ち
My girlfriend
で
does
新鮮な
though.
気持ちで
ほとんど初プレイ。
いやトレーラーとか見ると知らないキャラクターとか知らないストーリー演
She loves
出が入ってるじゃないですか。
そうなんですね
そうなんですよ。
特に昨日、なんか新しいトレーラーが公開されて、そこでかなり気になるシーンがいっぱいあって原作になかったようなシーンとか、あと原作
When
で
the first trailer
すごい
dropped in Japanese, I
あれですねファンの話題になったクラウドが
forced her to watch
シーン
it
が
and translate it for me.
そこのシーンがちらっと映ってたりとか、
さすがに序章姿はまだ公開されてないんですけど、そこに至りそうなところがちょっとね
そうそうそう
ちらっと公開されてたり。
私
Come on,
FF7
baby.
の方はまあ、1997年に発売されたゲームってことで、まだ実は4歳ぐらいで
そうですよね。
そうです
そう
よね
なんですよ
ですよね当時ね
プレイしたことなかったんですけど、今回このね、紹介するにあたってなんかやってみたいなって思って、スイッチ版で今オリジナルの方がダウンロードできるようになっていますので、そちらの方でプレイしたんですけど、なんかとりあえず
I know very,
ジェシー
very
いいなっ
little.
ていうのと
I can pick out like a word here or there, but that's really
で
it.
すけど、もうあんな重い剣をよくこんなすぐ勝利ポーズですぐ振りますなっていうところと、あと噂のちょっとティファのちょっと背伸びしたパンツの
あそうね
例のシーンまでは行こうかなって頑張ってはい
最新のクオリねそれをオリジナルで楽しんだ後にリメイクでも
やる
いつかね。
と絶対楽しいですよね。またさらに
うんうん。
なんか筋肉トレーニングやるシーンあるじゃないですか。
そうそうそう。私昨日のトレーラーで一番興奮したのスクワットでした。
あれ今回も再現するんだっていう。
しかもなんか進化してるっていうミニゲーム風に。
どんな風になるんだろうっていうところが楽しみですよね。
I know. That trailer was freaking
最
wild.
初の
Oh my
電車の
god.
シーンとかのところも
I was standing outside of my
すごい
office watching it on my
こん
phone
なになるんだってびっくりしました。
right before they let
だ
us
から
in.
ゲーム
Oh my
プレイす
god.
ると
I was
こ
so
れは
pumped.
開発に
I wish I did a
すごい
reaction of
時
it,
間
but
かかるっていう
I knew I couldn't go all day without
そうですよね。
without like spoiling it for
お二人は
myself.
それぞれ好きな
And like,
セブ
because I
ン
knew
のキャラは
everybody in the
推し
Discord was
キャ
going
ラ
to
は
be
いるんで
talking
すか？
about it. I knew everybody in the
推しキャ
Discord
ラ
was
は
going to be talking about it.
はい
いいですね。おしょさん
僕は最初プレイして好きだったのエアリスだったんですけど、
はい。
その後は言いません。い
その後はいない。
Nice.
やいやネタバ
So
レ
I was like, I have to
なる
watch
ほどで
this.
すね。いやー
So hopefully
楽
this
しみ
is
で
the
す
opening
ね
bombing mission.
ストーリーとかもそのままなんですかね。やっぱり
ちょっと
ある程度は
アレンジが加
アレ
わってい
ンジが加
るようなの
わっている
で、
感じに。
今日
Okay.
プレイする私有版でも多分オリジナルと結構違うセリフとかが見られるみたいですよ。
だからおそらくオリジナルで描かれなかったその間を埋めるようないろんな細かいイベントが
But
入
we need-
ってたりとか、
We need
あと
fake
戦闘
translators.
中でも今日のあれですね私有でも多分見られると思うんですけど、
We need fake translators.
クラウドとバレットが戦闘中に喋るんですよ。結構掛け合いをするのが結構楽しくて。
それはいいですね。楽しみ。
See, he just said
はい。じゃあ
Cloud and
そろそろ
Barrett
ゲームの方に
go on a
行きましょう
date
か。では画面の方お願
and
いいたし
eventually
ま
get
す。
married.
じゃあ
出ま
She's like, this is Sephiroth up at the
出ました
podium.
ね。
バレットが真の
Or
ヒロイン
no, this actually just
まあデートもできちゃう
デートもできますからね
できるからねバレットとねじゃあ最初は
This actually
私
looks
が
like
ちょっとゲーム
the
のプレイを
the regular
お願いし
demo.
ます
いきたいと思いますカメ
This
ラ
looks
は
like the regular
じゃあ
demo.
これで
So I got to try that at PAX West.
わ
いや日本
So
語版
it'll
の
be
出
interesting
展は
to
もちろん
see.
このゲームショーが初めてですからね
あそうですよね
そうそう
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
this is just the
ー
the demo from
お
E3
ーすごい
and PAX.
ここがマコーロの中心。あそこに爆弾を
ジェ
仕掛
シ
ける。
ーめちゃめちゃいい女じゃないですか
ここ
そう
Yeah, this was really
なん
cool.
かジェシーとか原作よりも掘り下げられそうな気がします
そう
ね
ですね
はいというわけで動かせます
おお
Here, she's gonna be over there. I'm gonna move me
え
over
あの
her.
やっぱちょっと皆さん
Nope,
いろい
that's
ろ
not
マ
what I
コを
wanted
見
to
たい
move.
と思うんでね
ええ
あえてちょっと前に行かず後ろに行ってみたいね
とか
はい
こうちょうどマコーロに侵入したところですね
There we go.
こうゲームFF7 でいうかなり序盤のストーリーの
ちょっとバレットの
There we
回
go.
いいですかあ
死んだの
死んだの
The music is really cool.
床でテカテカとか
You just hear it?
テカテカ
It's a really cool remix of the Mako theme. A reactor theme.
触ったら冷たいんだ
And
ろう
when
なっ
it
て
when
感じ
it
が
transitions into the battle, it's like a
あー
amped up
筋肉
battle version of
いい
it.
です
あれ
よね
筋肉すごいですねこう舐めるように見てしまいますね
So I think this is like an older build than the one that they showed behind closed doors. Whoa,
戦闘
that was a
入っ
weird
てないん
leg
で
glitch.
なんかアクション何もできないかなと思ったらおそらくですね四角ボタンを押すと攻撃はできるんですよ
So yeah, I did all of that too. I was like, I want to go up that elevator.
これなんか近くに箱とか置いてあるとこれで壊せたりとか
あ
もするん
ーなるほ
で
ど
ジェシーに
So you have to press triangle to go on ladders and interact with stuff. So it's not seamless.
ジェシージェシー
はい
参加
私といたいね。でもほら、本命のマコーロが待ってる。
ということ
She's
で
like, oh, you want to talk to me? Well, that's
痛い
cute.
ですよね
Well, we have a job to do, so why don't you go blow her mind instead? It's actually really cool. She's like super, super flirty with Cloud the entire
す
way.
ごいですね
下まで
下までかなり深いですよこうしてみるとマコーロ
It looks so good. It
この
feels so
はし
good.
ごを上り下りするクラウドも360度から見ることができます
見ることができる
いやでも背景も芸細かいですよねこう
いや本当にそうこういう風に移動している時もねバレットが喋ってくれたりしてこう
The interactions together that the characters have feel really organic too.
あでなんか箱があります
So when you bust these open, there's like little Mako deposits that replenish a little bit of MP. So like that right there.
魔鉱石により MP が回復
See that like just replenished like 5
なんか時
MP.
々この落ちている箱を
So like if you're out of
壊すことで
ethers, you can just start busting open boxes
積極的に壊し
to
ていきたい
replenish your MP. It's pretty cool.
壊しましょう
壊しましょうじゃあ進みま
はーい
すいやー
And then you can see the enemies
あー
down
音の
there.
環境とかもすごい
Down
綺
in
麗
this
に
area.
聞こえるみたいですね
箱があります
行きま
I
しょう
think also if you run into them, they'll bust
あ
open
確かに
too.
コメントでありましたけども実際の製品版だとマップはどうなるんですかね
That's weird.
なんか
They're red in this. When I played the demo, the English demo, they were green.
オプションを押すと操作方法が見えます
そう
はい
お
大
ー
事
大事
大事これは大事
これ大事
大事
もし
You know, I would be fine if they just gave us this demo. I want the whole Mako reactor first bombing mission,
戦
so
闘
it's
では
like
い
the
ろいろボタン
original.
使うんで
But-
結構ね最初にチェックしといた方がいいと思います
Yeah, maybe it is. Or it could be health. Maybe it's health instead in Japanese.
では
But I want it so badly just to see. Oh, thanks for the follow.
うわ
Didn't see who that was. I don't have my notifications up, so I apologize. Shout out in the chat if you want. If that was you.
おー
Oh, well, thank you.
四角ボタンを押して通常攻撃をしてまして解説をしながら戦
See how the music is like a battle version of the theme? I love it.
攻撃していくとですねそれぞれの名前の下に青いゲージがあるんですけどこれが ATB ゲージアクティブタイムバトルゲージですねでこのゲージがある状態だといろんな魔法とか
The seamless transition in and out. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. It's so good.
はいはい
使えると
なんでこの後はちょっとやりたいと思います
そうですね
魔法を使ったりしてみたいと思います
はい。
No jumping though, and I'm a
こ
bit
んな
sad
感じの
about
戦闘
that.
になるんですね
はいあれちょっと今ガチャガチャしすぎてどっから来たか忘れてきた
I wish there was a little bit of hopping, but then it might feel a little too much like Like,
おー奥行きがすごい
Final Fantasy
あいいですね
15.
そのアングル
あいいアングルでした
It feels like when you go down, it feels like you're at the base level, but then there's like 2 more levels that you have to climb
ちょっ
down.
と私先に進みすぎた
いや
かな
多分あれでもザコがあれですね。
合ってるかな
ザコ的も
I should have. What I done is tried to explore the other way, see if Barrett would gotta get angry at me.
そう
あそこにいたか
ああ敵がいた
Yep.
はいでそうこの
This
ゲーム
talks
瞬時
about
に
Barrett's,
操作キャラクターがバトル中に切り替えられるんですよね
How he's a long range person. I really want to know if they're gonna put some of his physical attack weapons
十字キー
in.
でスッスッスッとバレットとクラウドを切り替えることができて
So with Barrett, you just hold down square, and he like does a combo for like 3 or 4 seconds. But with Cloud, you have to actually mash square, and depending on the button presses, he'll do different things.
いいですねあ上の方に
Nope.
でさっきちょっと魔法を使い損ねたので
This is
使っ
telling
て
you
みま
about
しょう
abilities.
で丸ボタンを押すと
And that's the wait
ゆっくりこう
mode.
世界がスローモーションになるんですね
Oh, at least this is all in English. Well, aside from the spell
選ん
names.
でいくわけなのです
かっこいい
でサンダーとかを
Hear that music?
敵に放つ
選ぶ時間がちゃんと用意されてる
So good.
メタメタにやら
Oh,
れてい
so
るのは
see, I didn't pay attention before, but they kind of dissolve into like green.
でもちろん瞬時に比べ
Too bad they don't dissolve into red. I wish they dissolved into red. That would have been
魔
sick.
法っていうとおそらくマテリアで覚えるんだと思うんですけどマテリアがどうなってるか気になります
Thank you, by the way, for the follow. I don't know if I
の
mentioned
剣見
that.
るとマテリア1個ついてるんですよね
あ本当だ
見えます
I love that
配信の皆さ
stance.
ん見えるかしら
あほん1個小さく見えますけどついてますね
そうなんですあで
Barrett's just getting
倒さなくては
owned over
高い
there.
ところにいるからバレットでやります
So it doesn't seem like
強い
it doesn't seem like
でも
Barrett does a lot of damage, but his full attack cycle is about 5 or 6 seconds, and he probably pops off about
はいあで
10 rounds a second.
戦闘が終わると
So you're doing about
自動的に
the same as
操作キャラク
Cloud.
ターが戻るんですよ
It's just little chips of damage.
よいしょそこが見えね
そこが見えね
え
え
ね
本当そこの
Oh,
どうなってる
this is
そこの方は
that's when he's like, you think if we jump down
近づいてみましょうかね
into there, we'd sink down to the planet's core. And Cloud's like, no, the pumps would suck you right back up.
よいしょ
あそっちにも敵が
ここにも敵が
こうシームレスに入るのがやっぱいいですよね
そうですね本当にその場にいる敵とそのまま戦えるという感じ
で
箱も
戦闘中も
Okay, so those are green
壊せますから
or bluish. Maybe they're just different. Maybe I just didn't pay attention the first
攻
time.
撃を押すと自動的に
そうか高いところにいる敵もあんな感じでジャンプ切りで
自動的にジャンプしてくれます
Oh man, it's the power of Unreal, man. It's a very powerful engine.
よいしょ
And then like if you hold down square with Cloud, he does like an AoE spin attack.
敵がいる時は宝箱をやっぱ開けられないんです
So it's like good for crowd control.
エーテルを手に入れました残りの箱もねちょっと壊しておかないと
But apparently with the new
カンパニーのマークとか入ってるんですけど
Yeah.
見えるかな
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely why it took so long.
で
なんか入ってますね
すごく細かいところ
さっきのテロテロした感じの
Especially with all the stuff that they had in the new trailer too. Oh my god.
すごいね
New trailer
やっ
looked
ぱ細かい
sick.
ところまで
It looks like so in this, when you're out of battle, you couldn't switch between Cloud and Barrett. You can only do that in battle. But it looked like in the trailer you could, unless that's a specific sequence, which I'm thinking is the Shinra sequence. Because when Tifa is doing the monkey bars, that's in the Shinra tower, right above where the truck is. And so it might be that Cloud, Tifa, and Barrett all sneak in 3 separate ways, and you have to control them differently. Because there's the one clip of Barrett shooting the rubble. See, even he goes down the ladder, which is cool. But there's the one clip of Barrett shooting the rubble,
今コメントでティファが見たいという方がい
and
まあティファみたいのは
and
山
he
々ですけどね
there's nobody else in the party, and you're not in combat, which would mean that you're playing as Barrett out of combat. But I don't know. That might just be a specific sequence. I think it would be cool if you could switch between the characters out of
テンション上がっ
battle.
てますね
I would really like that. Look at
すご
that
いこう水面
Mako.
的な表現がまたねリメイクでさらに綺麗になっているというか
わ綺麗ですね
Was it somebody was like, you know how to judge how good a game is graphically based on their water?
バレットテンション
I say I wanted to go back
高
here,
いですね
and I never did. Once I got down, I was like, I guess I'll just move on.
泳いでみて残念ながら
これ飛び越えられたらそのまま
It's
ゲー
so
ムオーバーになっちゃいそうな気がしますね。
And it feels
確かに
really good.
落ち
Like
た
when
り
you're
はし
moving
ない
Cloud around and stuff, it's
落ちたりはし
Really
ない
good.
です
あしな
ね
い
残念ながら
残念なが
ほら
ら
コーションって書いてあるから
like everything's responsive. When I was playing, like I was going between doing like shortcuts and the tactical mode, and it felt like it didn't feel like I was making conscious decisions. Like
そう
I mainly used tactical mode when I wanted to cast magic,
ポーションみたいな感じで
and then I would use the shortcuts for just skills. But I think you can hotbar them in the actual game. You can hotbar magic to your shortcuts as well. So it'll be really cool to see how that integrates. But it works so nicely.
バッテリーはまってますね見えます
あ本当だ
You can whiff
じゃあ
limit breaks too.
二人で
I missed my first limit
い
break.
かにもなんかあります的なところまで
なんかありますよねこれ
なんかあります
Luckily, I got another
何
one
かあり
though.
ますね
It's so good. But is that like a thing? What is? Oh, it cut away. Here, Bear, it's like, let's see if you're the man that Tifa claims that you are.
何度も言わせるな。
Cloud's just like, I'm just here to get paid, man. Yeah, I think. I think he said something like, "Just do the damn job."
バレットいいな
I think the PHS system is going to be pretty cool. I want to know how that works.
おどうしたどうしたどうした
Listen to this. Listen to this. Just the music. Oh,
この羽は
確かに会話面白い
just gives me chills. Just get chills every time.
問題ない。タイマーはどうする？
I love that. It's like, you double crossing. So apparently you can still see Jesse up in the
じゃあここからちょっとコントロー
in
ラー
like
を
one little clip during this fight. You can see Jesse.
だけどガードスコーピオン戦が始まりました
ちなみにですねこれコマンドなんですけどガードもできます
ガード
Dodge, dodge. What are you doing? Dodge. Oh, it missed. Never mind.
多少ダメージを軽減できるという感じですね
Oh, so like when I was playing too.
あ回復これが回復
Oh yeah, the OST definitely for sure. When I was playing too, I didn't use magic right away. And Barrett was like, "Man, can we even hurt this thing?" And Cloud shouted to me, "He's like, I thought I told you to use magic." Like they just banter back and forth so great. It's so good.
ほらこれ回り込んでも常に敵の方を向いてる感じになります
I hope that there's an option or somewhere that you can be able to get the old music, because I think that would be really cool. Like how the Resident Evil 2 remake had like you could go with the original soundtrack and like the original sound effects, but then you could also get the old school models you could unlock. I think that would be sick for this game to be running around as like the battle version of the old models, and be able to like substitute the old music in. I think that would be sick.
おー
おしろさんルードみたいに言われてる
When I played it, I didn't hear a single thing repeat too, and that was including switching back and forth between Barrett and
この中で今ねクラウドが溜まってる状態です
so like there was never any dialogue that they repeated, so it was like really thought out. And then like during its barrier phase, I tried using magic on it and it didn't work, and Barrett was like, "Time for some what? It didn't work. What the hell?" It was really cool. Like
よかったよかった
they thought about everything. They thought through everything.
これケアルですね
おー
あやばいやばいやばい
後ろから
Yeah, like once you beat the game, I think that would be really sick. I think it'd be really funny too.
でコマンドまだこっちですバレットに切り替えますね
Oh yeah, and there was like a lot of times too. I was like, I wanted to use a skill, but I didn't have the ATB, so I had to think about it, and I had to like think on my feet about what I was gonna do. So the ATB was like the perfect thing to add to make you have to strategize, as well as also like, do you heal up? Like Cloud's only at 494 HP. Do you want to heal Cloud right now? Or do you want to try and use a skill to attack? Or do you want to boost Barrett's defense? Or, do you want to use magic? So it's like, it really makes you have to think about what it is you're going to do and how you're going to how you're gonna go out throughout the fight, because if you don't have any ATB, you can't heal, you can't use items, and if you're down to like a little bit of health, you just can't sit and, you know, dodge out of the way all the time, because you're not gonna, you can still get hit while you're dodging. Like, you only have like maybe 1 or 2 iframes. It didn't, yeah, it didn't give me a headache though. It didn't give me a headache at all. Like, it felt very natural and very smooth, and it made the battle a lot more intense, because I was just like, you know, I really had to pay attention.
あれいなくなった。あんなところにまで行くんですか。
そうなんか壁に張り付かれたらあそこはね、痛かった。
See, like how he's rolling and he's still getting hurt. So you can still end up taking damage even while you're rolling. So it's like, it's definitely not a mash X or a mash square and dodge roll to win. Like, you have to play it smart. Like, I almost kind of got a feeling that it was a little Dark Souls-esque in terms of the gameplay. Obviously a lot more forgiving, but, you know, you just couldn't like I would switch over to Cloud and I'd go in and I'd do attacks, but he would knock me back. So like I'd have to really think about learn his moves so that I could block for it or try and roll out of the way. They were pretty generous with the amount of items you got. Ooh, Cloud almost has his limit break. So as far as I know, you can only use limit breaks in the tactical menu. That might change, but like when the option came up, I was only able to select the limit break going into the tactical mode. But it was still like, it's really cool. Like the tactical mode is perfect. See, Jesse's right up in that corner. But everything about it feels like this is what Final Fantasy 15 should have been.
もうあれですね、バリア状態になっちゃってる感じです今。
弾かれちゃいますね。
うわー、強っ。
で、ここでなんかコマンドで
See if he uses magic. It's not gonna work.
バリアコアっていうのが
Unless you do it on the core. There you go. Perfect. That's when I used my limit break, and I just fucking whiffed it. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And if you whiff it, it's gone. You don't get it back. If you miss your limit break, it's not like it's like, oh, you missed, so here's your limit break to try it again. So it's not an auto hit. There he goes. He's gonna, oh, use it. It's right there. I like how it has the same colors as the original when it would flash the multicolors. There you go. Oh shit, son.
これが最新クオリティの競技です。すごい。
When I played it, I only hit one phase of the tail laser where we had to hide behind stuff. I was a little bit more, I will say this, when I was playing as Cloud, I was a little bit more inclined to use more of Cloud's abilities than Barrett's abilities. And I think that was because as a melee fighter, I'm used to being able to select different skills, and as Barrett, I was just like, oh, I can just stand back and constantly chip away. If I had a chance to play it again, I would probably play a lot more as Barrett to try and see it, but each character has their own play style. Like their own very unique play style, and it's really freaking cool. I know. It's less than 6 months away, but it also feels like it's so far away. I'm really hoping that they drop a demo after Tokyo Game Show, but they probably won't. I hope that they would at least drop one around the holiday season. I think the holiday season would be a good time to drop a demo. Because it's 3 months from now, it would give people another taste, even if it was just this, which I feel like they should do the whole opening bombing mission. And then do like what they did with 15 to where both of its demos, both the Japanese only demo and then the episode Dusky in America, to where once you beat it, you could still kind of explore around in a little bit and do like small little side quests. I think that would be really cool, and that would give everybody a full sense of what the game's going to be like. Yeah, an extended trailer. I don't know. I mean, with all the trailers that they gave so far, I feel like we've seen a lot. Like, I would be fine not receiving another trailer after this last one. Because I feel like they showed us everything that we needed. It was finally a good, solid story trailer that was more than just the bombing mission. Use his limit break. Yeah, there you go. I didn't get Barrett's limit break. Barrett in my battle oh, that was 560 damage. Barrett primarily in my playthrough didn't take any damage at all. So yeah, so you press up and down to switch characters, and you can go into the tactical mode and just press L2 or R2 to give other characters commands, or you can just tap L2 or R2 and it automatically goes into tactical mode for that other character that you can then give commands, and it switches you back to like Cloud or whoever you were on before.
こういう会話を楽しめるのもいいですね。
まあ今はこう敵の攻撃をこう瓦礫で防いだわけですね。
Yeah, it's really freaking cool. It's like I said, it's everything we wanted 15 to be in terms of gameplay. The enemies are smart. I mean, in this demo they gave you like 3 battles that were just like 100% to get you used to the battle system before you jumped into the boss fight, so you had at least some idea of what was going on. So they were like trash mobs, like super easy to kill, no challenge at all. Oh, that fell on him. That was cool. Oh, you're gonna get hit. Oh no, it's on Barrett. See, no ATB gauges, so you can't do anything. So it's like, alright, guess I'm gonna attack or I'm gonna guard. So fun fact, the very first game I ever speed ran was, or not speed ran, I ever 100%ed was the original Final Fantasy VII. And I feel like I'm going to have to do it again with this when it comes out. And I'm not one to platinum a game. I'm not one to play a game and replay it. There's only a few games that I beat, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to replay this. It's a high potion. I like how they changed the items, and I understand the upped HP. I feel like though, like, why have you start off at 1,000 HP at the beginning of a game? You know, like at least let you work up to it a little bit. But I think that it might have just been like this for the demo. Ooh. Now it's like completely destroyed. See, I didn't get this far. Like, I was already done. I'm really excited to see all the extra stuff that they put into it. I want to see like all of the other little extra small or extra like missions and extra thing that they do to fill in between the big plot points. Like, I definitely think that the motorcycle stuff is going to be more than a one-time event. I think that that's going to be like its own series of side quests and mini games that you can do. You know, to like get special items or materia or money or unlock weapons and gear and stuff like that. You know, it might be centered like around like, you know, like, oh, we need to collect these parts so that we can build blank. And so as you start to build more things, that's like how you synthesize things. You have to get them by doing the motorcycle minigame. I think that would be really cool. And then I 100% believe that there's at least 1 or 2 shots in the new trailer where Cloud is supposed to have the dress on, but they want to keep that a secret. And they ended up just swapping him out for his regular model just for the trailer's sake. But there's one shot on like 100%, like everybody should be in their dresses, but they're not because they just want to 100% keep it all a secret, aside from the one that they showed of Aerith. It looks so good. The music is 100%. Like, it's brand new, but it's super cinematic. It feels more like a movie soundtrack than it does like, you know, a game soundtrack, which I'm okay with, because the game itself is very cinematic. Even in battles, like, it's very cinematic.
あれ回復しちゃった？
回復した。
あら。
よいしょ。だからこっち側に来ると、
そう右足にちゃんと当たると思います。
Yeah, there's no way they're not. I mean, they said at the very beginning that they were going to keep Cloud in his in the cross-dressing scene. So I have no doubts in my mind that it's going to be there. Especially after seeing what they've done and how much like homage or homage, however you say that word, they've paid to the original. And then the only thing different about combat between this and the English version is that circle and X are switched. So you press X for your command menu and circle for your dodge, which I actually like it the way that they have it in Japanese. I would much rather have X to dodge. And then that's the demo.
あー、そういうわけで。すごーい。もうなんか映画を見てるような気持ちになるような。
I'm going to turn her down a bit. So I'm going to turn it down here. It's really good, man. Like, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, me too. I got the deluxe too. And what was really cool about it too is that they let me order it before even paying for it. Like, we'll only charge you like a week before we ship everything out. So I was like, dude, I got so much time to save up for it. Yeah, so glad. So glad I got the deluxe. Especially now with seeing the summons. The summons are so cool. Summons are so cool. Turn you down all the way some more. And I think the summons are there's the first summon of Ifrit where you saw him with Cloud. And I think that that's just in a section in which you're only Cloud, because the next time when you see Shiva, you see all of the party members there, and I think the summons hang out and fight alongside, which is really freaking cool, and they're not just like a show up and do their thing and leave, which, oh my god, that's so freaking sick. I love that. It'd be cool to see if that's how you level them up, is the more you use them in battle. Let's see. I don't know if they're going to show anything else. So it wasn't a full-on demonstration like I thought it was going to be, and a lot of people thought it was going to be. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay that it wasn't a full-blown demonstration. I am glad it was the demo, because people can now actually get to see the demo, and it not be leaked footage. And it's so cool to be able to, like, now when I tell people about certain things, they can actually, like, they'll have context. Because what Maximilian Dude said in his video, like, you sound crazy when you're talking to people about it that don't know, didn't get a chance to get their hands on it or see it. Like, you sound 100% crazy. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. If it'll let you. I don't know if I have it disabled or not. Oh, looks like I have it disabled. Put it in the Discord. Is there something Saturday? Put it in the Discord. And at me at it. Classy Crustaceo. Because I looked at the Famitsu schedule, and the Famitsu schedule didn't say that they were doing anything. So it might be that Famitsu's not doing anything, but it might be something else. I haven't actually looked at the Tokyo Game Show schedule. All right, let's do this. There we go. Full. I'll just set it to that. I'll set it to that. And let's add display capture. There we go. Ooh, Chocobo. He's talking about something. They're probably talking about the summons right now. Probably talking about. They said something about Chocobo. They got the original theme playing in the background. Can you hear it? Oh man, I can't wait. I cannot wait. I have no doubt in my mind now. Like even after playing the trailer, like after I played the trailer, any doubts that I had about it. I need to change this. Stream title. There we go. TGSS. There we go. So I am just elated. I am beyond elated for this. After playing the demo, after getting my hands on the demo, after seeing the newest trailer that dropped, I can't. Zero doubts, none. I think they're talking about the Kai Arts figure. Who mentions? Let's see, the guide to the Tokyo Game Show. Let's see. Saturday at 7. Oh yeah, at 8:20 p.m. Damn it, I'm going to be in the middle of a show. I'm going to be in the middle of a show when that happens. I wonder if it's, let's see, below is a detailed breakdown of all games being shown off. I wonder if they're going to do more. I wonder if this was just a little taste. I hope that this was just like a little itty bitty taste. Like, and then we're actually going to get the other demo, the one that they showed at E3. All right, that's it. God, man, that's just so freaking, so good. I can't even. So there's a couple things I wanted to point out though, in the new trailer. I think this is the English one. Yeah. So there's a few things I wanted to point out in this trailer. that I saw that I felt was a little bit interesting. I'm gonna turn this back up. Okay, that was a little too loud. So for one, this guy, I think somebody had pointed out, I saw somewhere, that the sword that he has here. Let me move me to the other side. That the sword is like a second-class soldier sword. But he's wearing his own attire, which I thought they only let first-class soldiers do. So I feel like he's a first-class soldier, and I think it would be kind of really cool to where it's like how Kingdom Hearts had the organization members that you could fight in like the data battles, that if there's something along those lines here, or it's something very specific to the motorcycle minigame, because CyberConnect 2 is the one who made the cell phone game in Japan, which if you had an Android phone, you could get it. I downloaded it, tried it, didn't understand a single thing, but I had a lot of fun with it, which seems like from what I've seen of the motorcycle stuff, which is very limited, kind of the same idea, just obviously a lot more control. But what was it that I wanted to point out?
Quickly!
Let's just watch it.
Give me a break.
Jesse! Barrett!
Where you been?
Tifo! Let's lay down some rubber!
Crank that throttle. Okay, you got it.
Who's
So,
A soldier.
Can't say this is quite...
so this, I don't think this is in the Shinra headquarters, for one. I don't think this is in Shinra headquarters. I could be wrong, but this feels like it's like a wood flooring, and I don't know why they would have a wood flooring be in a cell, let alone like this. This looks like a TV here. I can see it better on this screen. This looks like it's like a TV. You know what I mean? Like, why would they put a big giant flat screen TV in with, prisoners? I feel like this might be at Seventh Heaven or like an inn somewhere else in Sector 7. I could be wrong. Plus, the delivery of Tifa's line doesn't make it seem like they're in jail. Like, listen to it.
What I had in mind when I asked for... Say this is quite what I had in mind when I asked for your help way back when.
So, for one, here's something that's interesting I just noticed. This is the first trailer that they don't have matching lip flaps. Watch her mouth.
What I had in mind when I asked for your help way back when.
It's the first trailer that we've had in English that doesn't have matching lip flaps. I don't know if that's anything worth noting, but it is to me. This one's really cool. Cloud dings his sword. I'm just going to turn this on like 25% speed. Turn the sound off. Right here, he dings it. Look. Bink! And he looks back up at it, too. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, like it's some type of barracks. I think you're right. I think that a big part of this first game, you're going to be recruiting other members of Avalanche. I think that's actually going to be like a mechanic and like a side thing that you do, because on the later on in the trailer, you see other people fighting with you, and so I bet that's going to be a thing, which I think is really cool. Another thing I noticed about this scene. Let's see. Well, hold on. I'm gonna turn this back on, and I'm gonna see if his lip flaps are matching.
Feels like we're flying high these days.
Now?
I don't know. I don't think so.
He's a keeper, all right.
But tell me, is she T-posing or A-posing right here? Or is she just like excited and has her arms out? Like, look at this in slow motion. I feel like this is a T-pose of some kind. Like, watch this. Watch it when it clicks back to her. The entire way down. Her hands are out. She's 100. She is 100% T-posing. Because look at her hands. Both hands are out. Her legs are apart. That's a T-pose. I mean, her legs aren't together, but I've seen T-poses go without legs being together. Look at this. Boom. I don't think that's her just being like, woo, with her legs out. I think that's 100% an animation that was supposed to be playing, did not play right there. Because she stays in this pose the entire way down. Watch. Not a single movement. And let's take a look at Cloud. These guys just look like their arms are down. I feel like this might have been an unfinished scene. Let's see. Let's take a look at Cloud. Cloud and crew. Come in. They're right over here. No, his arms are up. Can't really tell, but 100% Jesse's T-posing. T-pose for... No! So is Biggs. Is he? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking... No, he's not. I'm spending way too much time on this. We gotta move on. Jesse T-pose confirmed. Reno looks really good. I like this. You can see... Oh, I thought that was Materia at first. The little Shinra logo. I thought he had Materia in his weapon.
Now it's my turn.
I hope that this whole battle you get this theme. The Turks theme. I think that would just be really cool. Yeah, that's just the Shinra logo. I love this.
Now it's my turn.
I love it.
Hello, Aerith.
What do you want?
So many sunglasses. I just want sunglasses in this game. I can't get over this. I cannot get over this. Right here. I just imagine Cloud being flung around, just... It's so goofy. It's just so goofy. Oh my god. I like this though. That looks like a pair, it's been parried. So I wonder if pairing's gonna be a thing. I do like that. I like how you get thrown into your enemies. And then Aerith, oh my god. She looks amazing in this dress. I think that Cloud also might be, I'm not 100% sure for this clip. In the original game, you're already in an outfit when Aerith comes out and reveals that she's in one. So unless this is after you've, taken your stuff off and then you try and go and find her, because this kind of looks like Corneo's, whoops. No, we don't want Death Stranding. This kind of looks like Corneo's mansion with all the architecture around, or this could just be leading up to Corneo's mansion. I think that could be what it is. All right, let's see what else.
Tastes.
Don't be shy, little kitten. Shimmy on over and give Daddy some sugar.
It'll be
I love Corneo's freaking amazing. Look at these hair physics. Just appreciate these hair physics for a second.
Shimmy on over and give Daddy some sugar.
They got the right person to play Don Corneo. So this is the scene
Right? After you.
that I think they've swapped out all of their models. Because one reason is if you take a look at Cloud's posture, his posture is kind of like, it's a little too like he's trying to pose. And this is before they grab him. See, he's kind of already like in this. You can see his arm right here kind of already being in that he's standing really straight. She's also got this stuff in her hair, like this is her inner dress, her made up. You know what I mean? And then Tifa comes in, but just the way that he's standing right here with his hands out in front of him, like, I wonder if he's holding something. Oh, I'm Team Tifa too. I am 100% Team Tifa. But no worries, man. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the follow. And I appreciate you and everything you do. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to use this, turn it into a video. Oh, you're not leaving. What does PT mean? Oh, no. I used to be Team Aerith. When I was a kid, I was 100% Team Aerith. As I grew up, I realized, nah, I'm Team Tifa. 100%. Even though, oh, on your playthrough. Lingo. Internet lingo. Not always up to snuff with that. But as I got older, I was definitely Team Tifa. Their story made more sense, and I always felt like the only reason Cloud and Aerith fell in love, even though they say that they saw them as a couple, was because Cloud acted like Zack. And that's what attracted her to him, and that's why he was attracted to her, because he was like Zack. But anyway, going back to this, I honestly think this is in the basement of Corneo's mansion. And I think that they're supposed to be in all of their dresses right now. Especially because take a look at Aerith's hair. The way that it's made up. She has this big ribbon in it, and she has that big kind of gold thing there. And then when we first see her in her dress, unless it's an accessory, she's got kind of the same gold thing, and like her hair is made this way. And then all of a sudden, when we come back to her in this shot, once we get back to it, look, her hair's different again, and that's gone. So I think that when the game comes out, we're going to see that this is actually Cloud in his dress, and they're in their dresses. And he might be holding something here, and that's why his hands are like out in front of him, like all weird like. So I 100% think that this is in the basement of Corneo's mansion. Sung looking dapper as ever. I like the music too. Listen to the music.
Right? After you.
It's like it's a Turk theme.
You led us on a merry chase.
But it's also kind of reminds me of like a Tarantino film. Like Kill Bill kind of style.
Aerith.
So this here. So let's see if we can go frame by frame here. Oh, that's gross. So we have Barrett. So this is a you know, some other person that you're fighting alongside with. Right? Yeah, Kill was such a great movie. I love Tarantino films. I want to see his movie. Anyway, going back to this. Right, so we have generic NPCs. 1, 2. There was another one that was on the stairs. He was like right here, but I bet that's him now. So I think that that's going to be a mechanic in the game, is to recruit members of Avalanche. Like maybe as you do things, people start to take notice and they want to join, so you start to build this underground movement, and it also kind of justifies a little bit more why they would want to blow up the plate. Instead of saying like, oh, it was Avalanche that blew up the plate that dropped Sector 7 and it was just to kill these 5 people, they can say, no, there was a huge underground movement arising in Sector 7. And so saying that Sector 7 dropped the whole plate makes a little bit more sense. And also, 5 people, I don't think Shinra would be like, we're going to drop a whole plate to kill 5 people in reality. Like, but to kill, you know, an entire army, an entire legion of Avalanche members, especially if you take elements from Before Crisis, the cell phone game, where Avalanche was an entire rebel group, because it seems like they're taking pieces from all the different bits and compilations from Final Fantasy VII, and so they're injecting little pieces here and there of all the different things. So I think that they might bring up that Avalanche used to be a group in the past that you know, that fought against Shenron, was a rebel group. So maybe they're like, okay, the only way that we can be able to save face and that we can keep ourselves from you know, going under or them overthrowing us is that we just have to drop a whole freaking plate on them. So I really think it's going to be, I really hope they have that mechanic. Because wouldn't it be cool to, like, as you're going around Midgar, you can talk to people, and depending on, like, how good you've done on missions for Avalanche, you can, like, sway people to join Avalanche. I think that that would be a really cool mechanic. Especially since we've already seen, like, you know, they've expanded upon mini games. Biggs looking dope. That's my favorite version of Biggs, by the way. I've always liked this version of Biggs. I didn't like Jesse, but I loved this version of Biggs. Anyway, moving on. I think this is cool. I think these are all gameplay elements. We're just not seeing the UI, because I don't think the UI is always going to be up unless this is leading into a cutscene, which it could be. I like this. This is the scanning of going through the security scans. This dude feels uncomfortable. These people are like, whatever. So this here, so I saw somebody already take a look at this, and they compared it to the, what trailer? The trailer where we first saw the inside of Shinra. The State of Play trailer, where Cloud was running around. And they were able to determine, based off of this structure here and this, that right below here is more than likely where the truck is. Let's actually see if we can pull that up. State of Play Final Fantasy VII. Was it this one? I think it was. It had to be. Which trailer was the one that had running around in Shinra? Oh no, it was the E3 trailer. I think it was the E3 trailer. Where is it? Here. So we see some Tifa gameplay. and then this here. So, no, worse. Where is it? So this right here. Let's go back a little bit more. Oh, it's like the first frame. What the fuck? Ugh. Look at that spin. She's so pretty. So right here where this is, if you look at this back column, you can kind of see right there. There's that turbine for this, right? And then there's the vehicle that's under there. So I think that this is 100% in the Shinra Tower. And I think that all three characters infiltrate a completely different way. And you have to, pardon me, and you have to play as each one as they go and start infiltrating. So right down here is where like all the other stuff is. We have darts. We have mini games. The darts is really freaking cool. For whatever reason, I think that they threw darts in there because it's just a thing they love. Because that was in Final Fantasy 15 too. I love the squat mini game. It looks like it's almost similar to how it used to be. They've just added an extra button. I like Tifa's pull-ups. So this here, so we're not in battle, right? There's this search thing, and we're firing at debris, unless this is after the plate falls and you have to start searching for survivors. And that's how you search for survivors. Oh yeah, that would be really cool. I think that would be really cool to like have that level of integration. I mean, we haven't seen any type of dialogue options, but they did say that they're going to put a little bit more emphasis on that in this here. But we haven't seen any, and it would be really cool to see how that affects things. So like, yeah, even like if you mess up as Tifa or Barrett or Cloud, if it makes something harder. But I doubt they're going to do that. Because I think that they want to push you in a direction. I think they want to give you a lot of freedom, and I think that the freedom is going to be more so in your interactions with other characters and maybe like routes that you take. So like there's more than one way to get somewhere. That's one thing I'm really hoping that they do, that it's not going to be such a straight hallway like with Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy 13, to where it's like it's just go forward, go forward, go forward. I want to be able to see it to where it's really cool. A lot of choices. Like there's a lot of choices that you can make. But let's see what else here. So yeah, so unless you can be able to switch outside of battle, which I think is going to be really cool, and then we get probably the coolest moment in the entire trailer. Well, that's a lie. There's a lot of cool moments. We get Frog Cloud, and I love his little Buster Sword. I thought that was the coolest thing. I think it would be really cool to see Tifa in a skirt and Barrett with like a gun arm, and like Aerith with like a bow on the back of her head. I also really like, this is really cool. You have move, so you can still attack, and then you have a bubble breath, so it's not like you're completely hopeless. Like in Final Fantasy 15, you got turned into a frog. You were stuck as a frog for like 20 seconds, and you couldn't do anything but move very slowly, and it was very annoying, and I freaking hated it. This is a new boss, I think. One that we haven't seen. Another thing, I haven't noticed Barrett's weapons change. We've only ever seen one instance of Barrett's weapons changing. Or not Barrett's, of a weapon changing, and that's Cloud's Hard Edge. But we haven't seen any other weapon change. Everything after that point, it's always gone back to his Buster Sword. So this is a new boss. And then, of course, we have Hologram President, who turns into Hologram Heidegger. And then this here is the boss that you're on the elevator down when you're escaping Shinra. And it looks like they removed it from the elevator. I thought that it might be on a freight elevator to do that, because I think Aerith is going to be a ranged attacker. I think Barrett's going to be a ranged attacker, and I don't think Red 13 is going to be a ranged attacker. I think he might be like a mixture of a bunch. Because if they're only going to give us 5 characters, that would only mean Barrett would be your only ranged fighter, and I don't think that makes a whole lot of sense. So Aerith is a ranged fighter, Barrett's a ranged fighter, Tifa and Cloud are your up close, and so far we don't know what Red 13 is going to even look like, let alone how he's going to play. But he might have like a move where he can toss fire from his tail. That would be really cool, but I doubt that. I bet he's going to be like in and out. Like you go in and you attack and run away, and a lot of his moves are going to be very like speed based and very like, you know, like a rolling move and like a jump and like strike down move. So I think that he's going to be a lot more speed based. But I think, yeah, this is actually in a freight elevator this time instead of the other elevator. I tried to see if it pulled back just enough that we could get just a little glimpse of anybody else, but we don't. So Ifrit here, looks like he fights alongside you, and then he does his big move. But I think that this is just an instance in which Cloud is by himself. I don't think that this sacrifices your party members. Somebody has been saying like there's going to be a mission in between the first reactor and the second reactor mission, and that's going to be the motorcycle scene, and then that's where it has the parachuting down segment. So you drive up the plate, get whatever you need, and then you escape by parachuting. So I think that this is taking place during that segment. So you're just Cloud, and it might be a segment that's just purely to introduce how summons work and whatnot. So I feel like the first few hours of this game, it's going to be dedicated to teaching you all of the new things about it. So I don't think that you sacrifice 2 characters. I don't think that they're just there. I think that they're non-existent. This is really cool. Reminiscent of Final Fantasy 15, but not entirely. I just think that they saw Cloud had a big giant sword, and they could really take advantage of that. I mean, even the tutorial in the demo was like the first 3 battles, you saw something happened in the first 3 battles every time. To let you know something new, and then even then during the boss fight, there was still things that were telling you, and they weren't showing off like the Punisher mode and the Operator mode. They weren't showing off any other special type of mechanics, and so like I think there's a rumor going around there might be like special bonuses for doing like team attacks. So like if one character fires one thing off and another character fires another thing off, it can do extra damage or extra stagger damage. But this is going to be really cool. This fight's going to be really sick. Reno's just a badass in this. Like, there's a reason I have Reno. because he's by far my favorite Turk. And then I also got a Cloud. Also got Cloud, Kingdom Hearts Cloud from PAX West 2. Anyway, enough showing off my things. Back to the gameplay. So I want to see, does this clip into him? Nope. Almost, yeah. The thing is clipping through the top of his head and some of his electromag rod. Cloud just flat out murdered Reno here. Oh, that's that one thing that you can in the train graveyard that you can steal Aerith's guard stick or striking staff from. Yeah, everything that I've seen of her, she's throwing attacks. So I 100% she's going to be ranged. 100%. And Shiva, so you see here with Shiva, the other party members are in the party. And they only show her coming out. And then or maybe this is her, finishing move. But we saw Ifrit's finishing move, and we didn't see the other two party members. You didn't see the other two party members down here. So I think that when a summon is out, they're like an uncontrolled AI. They could even be a controlled AI, which I think would be really cool. Or at the very least, you can give them commands of things to do. And I like the little detail of him grabbing the thing. His hair, it's really nice. But this is a really good shot. I love this. Right before they grab. Ooh, wait. Damn it. I did it again. I go to pause the damn thing, and I keep pressing next. So right there, of course. You can see she has actually 2 materia slots. She has 2 materia slots on her wrist. We have a command materia, so we do know command materia is going to be a thing. We know there's summon materia, and we know that there's green materia. The only thing that we don't know is support materia and purple materia. So blue and purple. Because it would be really interesting to see how alls work. All is such an important thing in the original, it would be a mistake for them to take it out. And then if they do have an all, if it would be like an area of effect thing, or if it would be a target thing, or a mixture of the two depending on the spell. Right before they touch hands. Slap hands. Slap hands. He looks like he was walking away at first. Cloud still kind of feels, I don't think, like, he knows what happened, but he also kind of seems indifferent to it. Just look how beautiful that shot is. Just like, there's something really crazy. Yeah, reach for what's important. Them. There's something that's really beautiful about destruction. And I mean that. Like, I saw a picture of remember when the volcano in Chile was going off? Somebody got a shot of it from really afar of it erupting. And it was just like, it's devastating. It caused so much damage, but it was just so beautiful to look at. And I think that's kind of what they were going for here, is that, you see the sun rising, because it definitely looked like it was night when they were fighting, but you see the sun rising here, and it's a beautiful morning. You can see some of the mountains in the back, but there's just complete and utter destruction. And it doesn't look like they're in Sector 5 yet, so you might have to make your way down there, or search for survivors. I think searching for survivors would be really cool. I think it would be really cool that's a section to where you go into Sector 7 and you try and rescue people. I think it just gives that much more impact to what Shinra did, and it gives you something, because if this is going to, if it's truly going to be in Midgar, which they've said, and I spoke with Neil at PAX, and I asked him why isn't this named Part 1 when there's going to be multiple parts, and he was like, we have more things to reveal in the coming months. It made me, the little conspiracy theorist in me was like, oh, okay, maybe that means that they're just telling us it's going to end in Midgar, but it's going to go further. I did a whole video on why it shouldn't and can't, and then they proved me wrong. But this would be the start of Act 3 if it was just in Midgar. Like, this is the lowest point, the turning point, and from here on out would be the rise to the final climax, which is, you know, breaking into Shinra, rescuing Aerith, and escaping. Where now the enticing or inciting incident is the Sector 5 reactor, and the midpoint would be the midpoint of the game would be I guess no, this would probably be like the midpoint, I would probably say. This would be the midpoint or the turning point where the big twist happens. It'd be really hard to kind of figure out based off of the old plot where the midpoint would be. I would have to really do some more research on that. Yeah, like, just like to take it in. Like, for me, when I see something that's like really catastrophic and really like mind-boggling, and like when there's like a death in the family, I become very stoic, because it's the only way I know how to process something. And when I see something that's just so devastating, I'm surprisingly very calm, and that's because it's just the only way I know how to I can handle it is if I'm just stoic. So like, yeah, just thinking about what all of them are thinking. Like, Tifa already had doubts. So now she's probably going to be like, we did all of this. This is all our fault. Barrett's probably going to be like, no, this was Shinra's fault. We have to, all the more reason for us to take them down. And Cloud is probably like, I gotta go rescue Aerith. He's probably at this point in the game is going to be a little bit more of realizing their actions and probably feeling a little bit more sympathetic, aside from how he was at the very beginning, where he's just like, what's done is done. But he's probably going to be focused on going to Shinra. Plus, by this point, there's probably going to be a lot of stuff with Sephiroth, and he's going to want to go there anyway to find out more. Maybe there's something where he's like, a rumor is that Sephiroth is back. But Barrett still has his sunglasses. So I wonder if that's a cosmetic thing. Somebody in the Discord was saying, what if they're like help him to target and aim? And that'd be really cool. That gives a reason why he's wearing them, and not just so he can look like Blade. Oh, man. And then the release date. That's just insane. It blows me away. I think this might be the official box art. No, it just says it right there, not final art. Wrong. I do like how there's a pre-order incentive for everything. If you just do a regular pre-order, you get Chocobo Chick. If you do the digital deluxe order, you get the Cactuar and the Chocobo Chick. And then if you do the full-on Soldier First Class order, you get the figure and then the carbuncle, which I think is really cool. But cool. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. I had food that showed up. Yeah. Oh, you didn't see that before? Yep. You get a mini soundtrack, whatever that's supposed to mean. Whatever the mini soundtrack means. Hopefully it's the full thing. Or mini means it's just going to be a digital download. But yeah, yeah, man, absolutely, not a problem. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with me while I looked at that and then kind of broke down the trailer a little bit. I appreciate it. Now I can say it. I appreciate you. I appreciate all you've done, and I appreciate your follow. Cool. I am going to turn these into videos, obviously. and yeah. Cool, man. Well, I hope you have a wonderful night. Take care. I'm going to eat because my food showed up right before the stream happened. And so I wanted to make sure I got it and I could get a full-blown reaction. But yeah, man. Cool. Have a good night. Take care. And keep it classy. Now if I can just find the stream ending. There it is.
Cloud! Quickly! Barrett!
Give me a break.
Jesse! Barrett!
Where you been?